Up, constant revs up, pressure on the rear brake, always looking up and ahead. Revs up. Alright, he's coming to a stop. Cool. So looking up the road, if we're hearing this, looking up the road, if we're hearing this, that's bad. If we're hearing this, that's good. Okay? We want to be hearing the bike revving. If you don't hear the bike revving, you run the risk of stalling the bike in the turn. So we don't want that to happen. So the reason why we want our revs up as well is one, to stop it from stalling, but two, because the revs are up, we will feel a lot easier how far our clutch is out. Because if we start letting it out too much, the bike's going to start picking up speed. So we always want to keep it just on that part of the friction point where it's moving forward but not accelerating when we have those revs up. So yeah, all good? Yep. Alright, so yeah, try to keep those revs up. If you're not ready to start your turn, use up more space, that's fine. When you get a bit more confident, yeah, try to just bring it back between the street light and my bike, but otherwise, use up most of the space if you need to, okay? For now. But yeah, try to set yourself up in a straight line. However you got yourself set up in a straight line, that's where we're just turning the handlebars from there. Okay? It's only once we're in the turn, that's when we're starting to make adjustments to our speed, if we have to. Okay? Okay. Alright, mirror indicate, shoulder check, and then off we go again. Come to a stop. Sometimes it's better just to come to a stop deliberately and wait for the car to go past than to try and keep the bike, balancing the bike and hope they get past you before you do your turn. Keep those revs up. Turn, a little bit of a nudge, but yeah, good turn. Try to keep your speed consistent, always keep the bike moving forward but not accelerating. Alright, he's coming to a stop. Excellent. When you're coming to a stop, good to see you've got your indicator on. The other thing we want to make sure as well is we've got enough space between the curb and the bike that we can stand on the road. Yeah. Would you mind if I gave it a couple of goes on your bike?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Just so I can just put it into neutral. Just so I can see if there's any little things that you can do differently. And so you can hear your revs and stuff like that and how your bike sounds when I do it. Won't drop it. Nah, it's not. Hear those revs? Yeah, shoulder check. And turn. Keeping the speed consistent. Got everything set up perfectly at the moment. So mirror, shoulder check. Bike actually turns really well. Mirror, shoulder check, and turn. I can hear I have to adjust the rev sort of slightly because my hand kind of grips onto the handlebar a little bit too much there. But yeah, just try to keep the revs up. Mirror, shoulder check, and turn. And pulling over on the side of the road, getting our spacing right, coming to a stop. And that's it. Now I've noticed that your bike, for some reason, it likes pulling the handlebars to the left for some reason. So it could be your tyres might need a bit more air in them. So I feel like your front tyre is like hard to turn a little bit. So it might be because you might need a bit of air in your front tyre. But it's pretty stable though still. Like I wasn't having to lean the bike at any point. It was quite easy to turn, besides the fact that the bike actually wants to turn the handlebars to the left a little bit. But beyond that, yeah, as you heard, keep the revs up, okay? Cool. Yeah, definitely. But you can hear my revs were up the whole time that I was doing it. I wasn't letting them drop off completely. Yeah, just try to keep them up. That's it. There we go, perfect turn. Looking up. Try not to make such big adjustments on your rear brake. I didn't have to really adjust your rear brake at all, really. I only made very slight adjustments to the clutch if I had to. It's alright, stop there. Yep, that's fine. So what happened there was, if you bring in your clutch too far, the bike's going to lose its momentum, like driving itself forward. So then it's going to start tipping. So if you start feeling that the bike's starting to slow down a little bit, or if it's getting to that point where it's starting to tip, you let your clutch out a little bit. Because then the revs that you've got up will help you pick the bike, keep it moving forward. So yeah, if the bike starts slowing down in the turn, it's because you're bringing in your clutch too far. So you need to let your clutch back out again, okay? Not by much, just only very slightly. Like, yeah, you don't need much at all. But yeah, if you notice it's slowing down too much, let it out very slightly. And then if you start picking up too much speed, bring it back in a little bit, just to keep it on that sweet spot if you can. All right, so when you're ready. Who says Harleys can't do the test? Excellent turn. Keep those revs up though. There we go. Mirror, shoulder check, and turn. Excellent. One more turn, then we're going to pull over. Spacing right from the curb, get your left-hand indicator on before you stop. Excellent. So even though I told you you're going to be pulling over, don't suddenly celebrate too early. Don't be like, yes, I get to stop. Get the last turn done properly if you can. So keep everything set up. Even when you finish that last turn, keep everything set up, because then from there, all you got to do is just indicator on, straighten up, get your spacing right, and then just come to a stop. But you still keep everything set up even after you've done your last turn. If you suddenly let go of everything after the last turn or whatever, then yeah, you're going to have a few problems. So yeah, just keep everything set up. That's what we're doing this for, is because we want to learn how to ride that bike at low speed. Yeah. All right, so we're going to do a couple of quick stops now, okay? We got up to the 50 last time, didn't we? Yep, so yeah, we're just going to do it at the 50. Remember though, just keep it slightly under the 50 if you can. Don't let it go over the 50 line at all. Yeah, go up as far as you need to, do a U-turn. Try to do your U-turn before the sand on the road up there, okay? When you do your U-turn down the other end there though, get your speed right down to exactly how you did it down here. Do your U-turn the same as what you did down here. First gear, nice, slow and controlled, okay? Alright, so when you're ready. When you come down this way, just come down in your right-hand wheel track because of the truck. And get up to speed as quickly as you can, back off and cruise as early as you can. Cruise. And brake. Oh, I was almost going to give you a clap then, because that was like a really, really good stop until you dropped that foot. So yeah, always keep the right foot up, okay? Alright, so we're going to do one more, but without the foot drop. Don't move yet. So when you're taking off from here, you're going to be doing a U-turn, so do everything to the right. Mirror, indicate, look over your right shoulder, because you're taking off up the road. Okay? Yeah, once you've taken off, look to your left to change your wheel tracks, definitely. Yeah, but yeah, when we've done the quick stop,